Hey everybody, as we move into the evaluation season, I want to make you aware of some subtle changes in the professional practice and professional foundations rubrics. These rubrics are not a part of the addendum to the evaluation handbook you received in your mailboxes. To access changes in the rubrics, go to the RIDE website. Click on Teachers and Administrators. Go to Educator Evaluation, and then look under Guidebooks and Forms. Under Guidebooks and Forms, you will see the Rhode Island model for teacher rubrics. Click on that to access the rubrics that we'll be looking at today. Many of the changes in language involve clarifications in the overview that precedes the rubrics in both Domains 2 and Domain 3. I've highlighted a few of the changes that I identified, but it's important to read through the overviews in their entirety as context for understanding the expectations outlined in the rubrics. For example, let's look at Domain 3 Component 2A on page 2. The beginning paragraph here remains the same from last year's overview, but the highlighted addition represents new clarification included by the state. Other examples of clarifications included in the revisions are in Domain 2, Component 2B on page 4, and in Domain 3, Component 3A on page 10. For example, in Component 2B on page 5, Establishing a Culture for Learning, language was added in Level 4 criteria to include and or assisting peers in their precise use of language. In Component 2D, Managing Student Behavior on page 9, the state responded to the rigid criteria for Level 4 by adding the qualifier, any student misbehavior is very minor and swiftly handled. In Component 3C, Engaging the Students in Learning, changes in the overviews and in the critical attributes reflect a value of higher level thinking and of students' explanations of their thinking. These are just some of many revisions made in the rubrics. While the expectations for each domain and component remain largely the same, it's worth your time to review these documents in anticipation of observations. As always, if you have any questions or concerns, please arrange an appointment through Heather or drop in. The door is always open.